going on, everybody? Carl from the Obsession. It is September 13th here in southern Wisconsin, and we're going to start the show off with a hunt with my dad, who's never hunted before in his life, and he decided he wanted to go this year, so we got him hooked up with a crossbow, some Vortex optics, Black Eagle bolts, and True Glow broadheads. And we have a place where you guys have seen my mom hunt last year. She shot her first deer ever with a crossbow. And he gets his opportunity, which would have been opening evening, which was last night. And you guys are going to get to see what happens there with his hunt. It was kind of exciting. My dad's pretty stable. He doesn't get excited too much about anything, to tell you the truth, even under pressure. So it's just the way he is, type of guy he is. And he doesn't vary a lot, so, but he had a good time, and he got pretty excited about what happened last night. So we'll show you guys that particular hunt. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about our hit list deer. I'm going to show you guys some of the hit list deer from myself and the staff, some of the deer that we'll be chasing this year, and hopefully we'll be able to put down on film for you guys. As you know, we've been putting out basically a hunt a day here. Past hunts, just deer hunts, basically showing you the hunts themselves without all the advertising and everything, so hopefully you guys are enjoying that. Seems like everybody's enjoying that part of it. But this is the web show side of things, so there'll be a little bit of advertising in it, and I'll be talking about what we're expecting to happen here also. So right now, I actually have Weather Underground up here right now, and I'll show you guys what I'm seeing with the weather in this upcoming week, and we'll talk about a quick view on how I see things happening for deer hunting this next upcoming week. There's actually going to be a really good opportunity, I think, to take a good buck. Early season cold front coming through here in the middle of the week. Pretty major temperature drop, and things are seasonable right now anyway, but one of my former staff members, his wife, Kayla White, she took a great buck last evening, and I just want to congratulate her on that. Awesome job. You guys do a great job, and happy to see your success. So with that being said, we're going to cut right into the hunt. Hopefully you guys enjoy the hunt, and then we're going to talk a little bit about our hit list, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming week and a half, and what's happening.
First day here, actually our second stalk of the day. We tried stalking this one and another one.
Earlier this morning, I finally got him up out of the ditch down here, got him to the edge of the field. Couldn't be more excited.
Heck yeah, bud. Good job. Dude, that's a tank. What a slob! Wow! What a pig! What a pig!
Good, nice.
That's awesome. Day one. Those guys better get up early tomorrow because I don't know that we're gonna. We may still be up.
But I appreciate it.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
So they don't do that no more.
Well, I don't know what they do.
All right. What is going on, everybody? Carl from the Obsession. I am here with my dad, who's going to be bow hunting for the first time ever. Got the crossbow out, got the Vortex scope on it. We're sitting in the Zach Shack, same place I took my mom last year, so we'll see what happens. The beans are starting to turn yellow and die off already. We got corn behind that. We got winter wheat in front of us. We got a southwest wind, which blows our scent straight from where we expect the deer to come up behind us, which is perfect. If the deer do come from the south or from the east, our scent is still going down off this ridge, so that should allow us to actually still let the deer come from the east. We'll keep an eye out behind us every now and then, but thoroughly expect the deer to come straight from the west across this winter wheat, feed up to us, and Dad will get a shot. Bucks, does, anything's open for him. He can shoot whatever he wants. So you ready to shoot whatever you want?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, we'll see what happens. Now I got to quiet him down so we can sit here and wait for the deer. But yeah, it's opening day of Wisconsin bow season. So it rained all day this morning. We're on the backside of this front. Barometric pressure is low, starting to go up. We have a high pressure moving in for tomorrow. I'm hoping that these deer have been down all day because of the rain. They'll come up and feed in the evening. Like I said, simple transitions like that. Early season, never hunt in the morning. That's what we do. Otherwise, you're educating your deer, depending on your entrance and exit routes and properties. So we're hunting the evening, hunting the food, feeding patterns. We'll see what happens. Stick around. They'll come back. Don't worry about it. What'd you think of that? You're like, there's one out there. I'm like, what? Look out there, and those does come in. So I'm gonna zoom this back out of here. So we had does and fawns come in. Well, doe and two fawns come in. But the doe and fawns came up and they took off running, and then Mom followed them. We didn't have any shots, so we'll see what happens here. I'm gonna shut the cams off. Using the tag the cams out front. I got 3 of them running, so we'll see what happens. It's gonna be more will you see this deer? Yes.
Shit.
They walk right in front of you. I got the squeaky chair. Just wait. You got the safety off. I'll do it. There she is. Wait. You gotta wait till she turns broadside. Okay. Shoot. Oh, you hit her back, Dad. Look. Yeah. Well, we just had a doe and a fawn come in, and she got to about 20 yards, and she quartered at us a little bit and turned side broadside. Man, he yanked the trigger a little bit. So he hit her back, which is not a good thing. So we're gonna obviously let that one lay for a while. I don't think we're gonna find that one tonight. So that's a thing we'll go and look for here. See what we got. But from where I could see the hole it was back. So I don't know. We're gonna sit back here and see what else happens. And we'll go check in a bit. So here's what we got going on. We're definitely sure it's way back, and so she's definitely got shot. We're gonna have to let her lay. I'm figuring overnight. I'm gonna have to come back in the morning and look to see if we can find her. I'm assuming she'll go lay down in the bottom of the hill here somewhere. Hopefully she'll die down there. She doesn't get interrupted, but that's a come back in the morning type deal there. So anyway, we're gonna sit here and see what happens, and we'll go from there. Alright, hey, what's going on, guys? It's the first evening of bow season here in southern Wisconsin. I took my dad with me. You're 75 years old, never been hunting, and we set up this crossbow for him. Got some Black Eagle Executioner bolts, using some True Glow broadheads and Vortex scope. And we had an interesting evening.
Very.
Yeah, we had a doe and a couple fawns come in right away, and you were all excited about shooting does. But they started to come up, and the doe was standing pretty right about where we wanted her to, kind of facing us, and then she turned, and then what happened?
Oh, and then she ran off.
Yeah, but the two fawns come flying by.
Yeah, they went by first.
Running.
Running very fast.
So Mom had to chase them, and we never got a shot. Then we seen what do we see after that?
Well, I believe we've seen this one next.
Yeah, this one and a fawn with her.
Yeah.
And you can tell by the length of the nose, that's a pretty big doe.
Nice doe.
Yeah. And then
that one got me a little excited.
Yeah, well, you'll see it. See in the video, we hit her a little bit back, but there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, the deer came up and stopped. I told him to shoot. Well, as he started squeezing the trigger, she started walking. You'll see on the video. And we hit her back, but fortunately enough, we let her lay for 45 or 50 minutes. We think that it caught an artery inside, and she bled out pretty good. My brother-in-law and I went down, and we found a good blood trail. And he jumped her up just a little bit in front of me and backed out. We went and had some chili, some venison chili that Tom makes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we went back out and found her within probably 20 minutes of when we started looking for her. So Dad gets his first deer. Congratulations,
Yeah.
Dad.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Good job.
Yeah.
And then maybe next time we'll try and shoot a buck. We'll see what happens. But we got to go clean this one up. It's late in the night. I have to thank the landowner for letting us come and hunt on here. Appreciate everything that he does for me. So we're off like a herd of turtles. I got some skinning to do, and Dad's got some driving to do. Talk to you later. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that hunt with my dad. That was a cool moment to share with him. He taught me how to fish and everything when I was younger, and we had a lot of good times then. And you know, he looks at me when it came to the hunting thing, and I don't know if he thought that it was so great, but he said to me last night, he said, "This is fun. I'd like to do this again." So hopefully I'll be able to take him out, and he'll get an opportunity at a good buck next time. It's just him and my mom, so we don't want to get too much venison in there. He does have some antlerless tags if he does decide he wants to shoot another antlerless deer, so we'll see what happens there. But I'm going to show you guys some of the hitless bucks from some of the staff and some of the deer that we'll be chasing this year. And hopefully we'll be able to connect with some of these deer and put them on film for you guys. So check this out, and then I'll talk to you guys at the end of the show. Show you on Weather Underground what I look for and how I read their information and how I set it up. Barometric pressure and temperatures are huge with me. I'm a big weather front guy, and you guys are going to see how I read that on Weather Underground and how I utilize their information. Obviously, you can use two or three different weather apps and make your own decisions based off of what you're seeing with all 3 or 4 of those. That's kind of what I do, but I trust Weather on the Ground the most. They seem to be the most accurate, and the way it's graphed out actually helps me make decisions based off of when I'm going to hunt and when I'm not going to hunt. So I'll show you guys this quick, kind of show you the graph of what I use and why I plan on hunting at certain days and why I plan on not hunting at certain days. Keeping the pressure minimal on your properties gives you a much better opportunity to shoot a bigger buck. And that's why I do what I do with this information. I'll show you guys that. And hopefully it'll help you guys. Because if you're overpressuring your lands, chances are any of the bigger bucks, if you're into trying to shoot great big bucks, will end up moving away or moving off your property because they're overpressured. So let your neighbors overpressure their property, which makes your property better, and you'll be able to have a better opportunity at going and shooting some of these bigger bucks. So check this out. Oh, be sure to leave me any notes or any messages that you guys have or techniques that you use here at the bottom of the video. I'd appreciate any of the comments. I always like to see what everybody else does and see if that works into my program. Like I've talked before, to me deer hunting is a program. It's not just certain entities of things. There's a scent program, food, body prep, which I didn't do very well this year due to the COVID. We've been working 7 days a week, but recently started to get some time off. This is actually the 4th weekend I've had all year off, and things are starting to calm down a little bit for us, so that makes things nice for me, especially during hunting season. But anyhow, the program part of things, to me, scent, property prep, entrance and exits, obviously, whether or not you have certain deer on your property. Can't shoot a 180 if he's not there. I always hunt the top 10% of the deer on my property. You know, it's great if I could let 150s go, but I know all my neighbors are going to shoot 150s. All my neighbors are going to shoot 140s. All my neighbors are going to shoot 130s, majority of them. And so a 150-inch deer shows up, chances are I'm probably going to shoot him. So you'll see a few of those. But like I said, make your neighbors make the mistake, and then you can play off of their mistakes, and it makes hunting a little more pleasurable. Alright guys, let's talk a little bit about the upcoming weather here in southern Wisconsin and what I'm seeing for predictions of deer movement. And I'm sure a lot of you know this stuff. We're going to talk about how I actually use the Weather Underground and what I see and what I like to see for deer movement. So obviously I'm on Weather Underground here. I'm actually set up for Madison, but it should be the same throughout southern Wisconsin. So let me go and see how we want to go about doing this. So let's start with today. So today, if you guys take a look, you can see the humidity is actually up quite a bit. Humidity is gonna drop off. We got humidity levels throughout the week. You guys can see that, the green line. That to me doesn't really affect deer movement a ton at all. Cloud cover, you can see this also, so things are gonna clear up later this afternoon, and it's gonna stay fairly clear throughout the week until we head up into this next cold front, and that's what we're gonna talk about. We're talking about barometric pressure, the black line, and see how the barometric pressure raises and lowers. That's very important when it comes to deer movement, according to all the things that I've been documenting throughout the year. And temperature, obviously, is a big one. Dew point, I do not follow all that much, and I'm not a... You can see the purple is feels like, so that's basically irrelevant to me also. But let's talk about the things that we do see. So, you know, they're predicting highs in the low 70s until you get to Tuesday, then it's 76 and 78. For me, Tuesday and Wednesday, I won't be hunting at all. I'm actually got a couple things around the house I'll be doing, and just the way things are going to be. If you also notice, the pressure is very, very low. See how the pressure drops off on here? You're going to be down into the 20s, lower 20s, or mid 20s, and that to me is just a not gonna hunt type of deal with the temperature and the pressure. If I've got other things to do, that's when I'll be doing that. But all of a sudden here come the end of Wednesday, Going into Thursday, we see the pressure start to change, and it starts to go up really steeply. That, to me, is a huge deal. The other thing we notice is if we look here on Wednesday at 1 p.m., you're looking at temperatures of, 76, 77, feels like 79, almost 80 degrees. And the very next day, bam, we're down to 60, 59, 60, 61 for a high. So that's a 20-degree temperature drop plus a pressure change of 29.92, and we're going to end up at 30, 30.2, 30.22, 30.23. Those two deals right there are a huge factor when it comes to deer hunting for me. That's how I judge whether or not I'm going to hunt. There's going to be some buck movement, and there will be some bucks killed on Thursday, Friday, and then probably a chance, really good chance on Saturday. The other thing I'm going to say is if you look, you can see the cloud cover. I've never been one to say cloud cover is a positive or negative when it comes to deer hunting. If you're a moon phase person, which I am not, that might be something that you might want to look into. Obviously, if you've got a full moon at night, it's going to be easier for the deer to move, especially if it's clear out. They're going to be able to see better, and they're going to move more at night. And then that could change your strategy of which stands you should be hunting. So that's all important stuff. But right here, this pressure change and this temperature change that you see, the black line and the red line, and see how wide and separated they are, and all of a sudden, boom, it comes together and they're down low and the black line is up high. Your pressure changes to a higher setting and your temperature changes to a lower setting. That's a huge deal when it comes into the deer woods. So I'd be paying very close attention to that. If you can hunt on Thursday, then I would hunt on Thursday. Me right now, I'm more an evening person. Basically, that's just the way my properties are set up. I can get in, easy out. Plus, I'm not on vacation. I can't hunt mornings. I'm working. So that's a big one for me. But even on the weekends, first few weeks of the bow season, I am not a big morning person. I don't want to educate my deer. So the big deal and moral of the story is high temperature, low pressure, changing to higher pressure, not crazy high pressure like you're going to see here on Friday. Friday to me is a good day to hunt also. I mean, you're looking at temperatures in the maybe 60 degrees with a pressure of 30.36. I'm like, that's a win-win all the way around right there. And even into Saturday, it looks pretty good. Sunday, the temperature starts to go up a little bit, but still a fair setup. But then all of a sudden next week you start to see 70s, and what they're doing is they're predicting out here on the 21st. Basically, they'll put in the norms for the month. So I'm more of a watch it for the next 4 or 5 days. They can predict that pretty closely. Weather Underground is one of the better ones. That's why I use this. But this right here where you see this is a win. So if you guys get a chance to hunt on Thursday, I would say Thursday, Friday, Saturday of next week are great for hunting. Sunday'd probably be pretty good also. But with the pressure going up and the temperature coming down from Wednesday, that big number on Wednesday where you're almost 80 degrees with a low pressure of 20.92 to a high of Thursday of 60 and a pressure of 30.22, 30.23, that's a win-win all the way around. So I would hunt Thursday for sure. Hopefully that helps with some of the information and how I read the weather, and we'll actually talk about the predictions and things throughout the year, and I'll talk about some of the changes that we'll see. So hopefully you guys understand that way that works for me, and hopefully that'll work for you also.